Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Friday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world. In the world. I suppose I was trying to. I don't know what I was trying to do there. In the world to New Zealand. Hello, it's Friday. And I completely misread this announcement over the head of the Commonwealth thing with the Queen and Charles and all the rest of it. I thought that she was going to basically hand it all over to him, like instantly, and then he'd go, "Thanks, Mum," and away we go, or whatever they do. I don't really understand. To be honest, I'm not. The Royals, I'm not a fan. Commonwealth, not really sure what that's for either. But anyway, he certainly seems keen to be running it. But anyway, she sort of said, "Yes, you can eventually when I decide. Now, just hold your horses. I've lost my last corgi, Charles. So just and wait and wait." Is that what she's? Secretly, I was hoping that she would surprise everybody and name Meghan Markle as the future head of the Commonwealth. Somebody with an actual proper amount of chromosomes in there. Speaking of future world leaders with no chromosomes at all, we have the robots who can now assemble a flat pack IKEA chair in just 9 minutes. I think this was supposed to be proof that robots are taking over the world. Apparently the whole process actually took 20 minutes. The assembling only takes 9 minutes, but it took the extra 11 minutes actually finding the pieces, planning the assembly. That sounds so familiar. I'm actually quite good on the flat pack. I reckon I could have done that chair in 10 from where to go. So I'm not. The other thing that I'm not that worried about the robots taking over just yet is that until they can figure out how to undo their own bolts and make legs for themselves and then chase after me, I figure we just don't bring the chairs to them, and then we'll be safe for a few years yet. This next story, it's not quite what I thought it was. When I walked in today, I saw a headline here. Planet Finder, this lady looks a little bit like a robot, and it says, NASA hopes Tess, so I assume that she was Tess, will find around 20,000 planets outside our solar system. So what I thought the story was is that they're sending this lady who looks a little bit like a robot off into space, and she's not allowed to come back until she's found 20,000 planets. Oh, that's a big ask. And then, as is so often the way, you shouldn't just judge things straight off the headline, because it turns out that she's a space journalist. She's not Tess. Tess is, in fact, some kind of rocket or something. Took off yesterday. So that was a little bit disappointing. How do you get to be a space journalist? That sounds like a cool job. Finally, in the battle of cities versus market gardeners, we've got concern from vegetable growers about urban sprawl around Auckland. There's a new report that says because we're building all these new subdivisions and things on top of our cabbages, it's taking up some of New Zealand's most productive land. We've got market gardeners saying things. This family just can't up sticks and leave. They this is where the good soil is. Well, I have a solution to this problem, which I don't think anybody has suggested yet. That we just stop eating vegetables altogether. It's certainly my plan. I'll do my bit if you'll do yours. I am glennzb. That was my bit for the week. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. I'll see you back here again on Monday. Stay off the veggies over the weekend. Do the country a favour.